Hokitika is a small town on the west coast of New Zealand's South Island, located 39 kilometres south of Greymouth. The town is known for its Regent cinema, a driftwood sign on the beach that spells out the town's name, and this clock tower at the intersection of Weld and Sewell streets, amongst other things. On a personal note, my late grandma lived in Hokitika for a while when she was growing up, and this is the church where her father served as a minister. The railway line from Greymouth opened in 1893, with an extension to Ross opening in 1909. The branch initially saw both passenger and freight services, but it has been freight only since 1972, when the Vulcan railcars stopped running past Greymouth. The section from Hokitika to Ross eventually closed in 1980. These days, the branch's sole purpose is to serve the Westland Milk Products factory in Hokitika. The company even owns an old TR-class diesel shunter to move wagons around their yard, and the last 1.4 kilometres of the current branch was originally just a private siding. This specific locomotive is TR-718, built by A&G Price of Thames in 1960, but unfortunately I didn't see her in action. The line was known for the road rail bridges across the Arahura and Tauranga rivers, but the former was replaced by separate road and rail bridges in 2009, while the latter is now rail only after a dedicated road bridge was built in 2018. As for the KiwiRail service on this line, it only runs once a day in each direction, with the morning service, X6A, usually arriving in Hokitika well before sunrise, and the return service, X6D, not leaving until around 4 or 5 p.m. Motive power is usually provided by a pair of DXC locomotives, but on the day when I chased the shunt, it was a DXC and a DFB combination. Seeing 7160 on this line was especially bizarre, given that, for the longest time, she has been a northerner. Indeed, the last time I saw her was up near the top end of the North Auckland line on the first day of December 2022. Both the DXC and DFB sit in stark contrast to how the X6 shunt ran in the early 2000s, when a humble DBR often did the honours. Although I think that's because they couldn't run any locomotives heavier than a DBR on the branch at that time. Our chase was on the evening of Tuesday, October 29, and it began at Awatuna, where we saw an impatient motorist ignoring the stop sign at the crossing. Make of that what you will. After arriving back in Greymouth, DXC 5379 and DFB 7160 added more wagons to their train. Then they were shut down, and sat in the yard for at least another 2 hours before being fired up again and continuing on to Christchurch as Train 828. We caught them one more time at Dobson,